Welcome back once again. Today I'm going to talk about another sign. Before we talked about Khanna, Sihari and Bihari, we are going to talk about this sign. It is called AUNKAR. AUNKAR goes under the letter and full length of the letter, and it cannot be used only with two Punjabi letters, which is Ada and ed. Rest of the letters we can use AUNKAR. It makes the sound more or less, not always, but usually U. Because in English, when we use, I'll give you one or two examples why we cannot use AUNKAR, which is just a line under the letter. I will explain later on. But let me tell you why we cannot use AUNKAR always for you. Because in English, we don't have certain rules to make or to use one letter, one vowel letter to make some sound. At the different words and different time, we can pronounce different way. For example, we can use this U to use this sound something like P-U-T, put. So it doesn't give you strong sound of U. But in some words, when we write down this, Turner, this doesn't give any sound. We say Turner. It's not pronounced Turner. Or something like turban. We say turban. It is not turban. But if we use AUNKAR under the letter, we cannot make it neutral. You must have to produce the sound like O. And I'm gonna give you some examples of some Punjabi words. For example, we can use a few words. The first one I can say, kudi. I will write down in Punjabi too. First, then I will write down in English so that you can understand. In English, it would be like this, probably. K-U-R-I with kuri. We pronounce it kuri. Ada, not kuri, kudi, which is a girl. And in Punjabi, we write down like this. Kudi. So this is kaka for K. Then to make the sound like U, we put line, which is usually full length of the letter, but because I'm writing with my hand, it's the same any other language. We usually don't try to type professionally kind of thing. So this line could be here or even half. People will understand this is AUNKAR, that this is Ada, and Bihari we already used to make the sound of E. So this is kudi. But I will try to use some words without any other signs, but you should remember the previous signs we used. If you forget the previous signs, that means you're not ready for this lesson. You have to go back. You have to go back and check the Khanna and Sihari and Bihari. But most of the people probably you remember. So I will use another word where we will use AUNKAR, and I will write down here again. AUNKAR is, and I will write down in Punjabi. We write down like this. AUNKAR. And probably you don't know this sign, but we will talk about this sign later on. I'm only writing because it's written in English. I will use another word, for example, gulab, and this is in Punjabi like this. Rose is called gulab in Punjabi language. So this is gaga for G, ga. Then this AUNKAR is for U, and lalla is for L, and this kanna is for A, and baba for B. So it is pronounced gulab because as I said, you should remember the sound of kanna, which is a line, and Sihari and Bihari. So this U or AUNKAR sound is very easy. Any sound pronounced like oo, not really strong oo, but oo a little bit, gulab, or I can use another word. Some people, their last name or middle name is Kumar. Which is also in English is Kumar, because we cannot translate our name. In Punjabi, we will use Kaka for K because it's Kumar, so we will use AUNKAR. Then Mama for M. Then again, probably you remember A, like Kumar, A is Kanna, and Rara for R. So this is Kumar. We can use as many words as we want to. I will use a few. Another one, I will use like kursi. So Kaka for K, AUNKAR, R. How about I done English too, so you can know like this. Kursi means a chair. Here I'm not really worried what is the translation of what we call, because I'm only teaching you the signs. So this is kursi, this is Kaka for K, and Rara is for R, and Sasa for S. Maybe you remember when we say E sound kursi, we used Bihari, but today we are talking about kursi, like kursi AUNKAR. So Kaka, AUNKAR, Rara, Sasa, Bihari is called kursi. And I will use maybe one or two more words making the same O sound to pronounce you, teach you AUNKAR. Supposed to leave it here, but I will write down again. I will use another word, probably say murgi. I will write down in English first. Murgi. So Mama for M, and for U, AUNKAR. R, we use Rara. For G, we use Gaga. And you remember the sound E, Bihari. So this is murgi, which means a chicken. And we can use as many words as we want. Another one is like ink pot. We called doat, or some people write down dawat. It's the same word. So if we want to write down doat, This is dada for this is in Punjabi you do not pronounce doat, we say do, doat. So dada for do, and AUNKAR, era, kanna, tata. So this is dada, and underneath is AUNKAR, era, kanna for a, tata for th, doat. We can probably there is another word we call ice cream. We call it kulfi. We can write down in Punjabi like this: kulfi for kaka for K, AUNKAR because this is kulfi, lalla for L, fafa for F, and Bihaari. This is pronounced kulfi, so kaka, AUNKAR underneath, lalla, fafa, kulfi. And some people say that in English we call shirt. In Punjabi there are more than one word for shirt, but I will use one. If we write down shirt, many people in Punjabi language they also call it shirt, but use another Punjabi word. Some people say kurta. So now think how we can write down kurta. If you remember, kaka for K, this is rada, because in Punjabi language we don't say kurta. Some people say kurta, but actually it is kurta. And tata for th, because we pronounce kurta, ta. And kanna, if you remember, for a. So this is karta. What is missing? U. It became kurta. And we can use one or two more words to explain you a few other words, but if you understand the sound of O, then this should be more than enough to make a sound. We can use a few more words if you want. For example, simple, a few words more. I will say probably shuri, which is usually a knife. In English, we can write down like sh. Sh is for sh. Sometime in English, we will write down sch or something, but I will leave it like that because this is not English word. So chicha for sh, AUNKAR, rara for r, and Bihaari, or simple word. Listen or hear. That is sun. So sasa for s and nana for sun, which would be like this. Sun. I will use a bridge. Is called pull in Punjabi language. So we will write down Papa for P, Lalla for L, and AUNKAR. That would be pull. I think you understand this oo sound, just simple line underneath, and I think that this is long enough, good enough. If you have any question, you can message me, and I will try to explain in another lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson like before, and if you like this, subscribe it, tell your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. You have a nice day.